Okay, so initially we opened here with a tight consolidation below 600. Let's see if this can be retested, found resistance and then sells back down, or if this just goes straight down and holds support here and then goes up. Okay, so I sorted here at 74 against pivot point. Let's see how far down can this coin, how it will behave here and here, or is it just going to reverse and holds up resistance here and then goes down. Okay, so we had a flash down move here at 500, 555. You can see yesterday this level held to the tick here. Let's see now if this will be able to hold the index and reverse it back up. Yeah, immediate reaction here. Let's see how much can this hold and if it's going to be able to break out today's open price and yesterday's initial balance high and then move higher eventually. So we have a consolidation here with resistance at previous resistance and today's open price below 600, but we have support here at pivot point. If I wasn't long from here, I would like to short it here against this level. But again, the big picture is that we might be oversold in the short term. So price might break out to the upside. Let's see if it does, how it will behave and if it will manage to go up to 700. So I sorted against 600 here or one lot. Let's see how it will go and if it will behave here at 550s. Yeah, it's breaking down. And then eventually at 500s. The reason I did that is because I used to trade what I say, not what I think. Because this pattern for me is a resistance pattern and resistance held as well here, might held above pivot point, but the truth is that initial resistance held clearly. So let's see how far down can this go. So I reversed the short position and opened a long position against this 500, 555 held once more. Let's see if now we'll be able to rally up. Okay, so resistance here held once more, then failed to hold above the pivot point, then finally this 555's break it to the downside. Volume spike here, which means should expect some pullback. Then let's see how price will behave here. I'm willing to buy at 500 if price goes there for a long position, so let's see. Okay, so price sold off here kind of choppily but with clear resistance here at today's open price and at 600s. I will show you later my pattern. I didn't like the fact that we didn't touch exactly or even below 500s and then move up. So let's see if this will be able to hold above initial balance low, then break out 560s, then go even higher to test 600s. Okay, so price here held the perfect resistance at equilibrium line. This could be a very good place to scale out if you are willing to hold until 600s. Otherwise, this could be a very good short opportunity for further downside. Initially retest of initial balance low, then retest of 500s. Let's see which scenario will play out. So price consolidating here with a tick precision support at the initial balance high of the day. Very good short, this potential short this could be, but I'm still holding long. Let's see if it manages to go back up and retest this level and breaks it out. But the more time spent between these two levels, the higher probability to go further downside. So let's see. Price broke down initial balance low. Let's see how far down can this go. We can see here on the 5 minute that this kind of Thursday's low is possible if we have a breakdown here from 500s. So let's see how it will behave at this level. If this doesn't happen, then we'll possibly retest this kind of low right here, and then this could be a very good long opportunity, but again we will see. Okay, so we had flash down move to 500s with volume spike 800s. So let's see if the support down will be able to hold the index initially here and then gradually higher. So I said earlier that I didn't like the fact that we didn't touch 500s and then we rallied. I said that because when price sold off into intraday psychological level but doesn't hold but holds support above but does not retest it like here, then tends to break it down for further downside. Now let's see if this will be able to hold and price will go further upside, or if it will just collapse to go for a 450s retest. Price broke down here and failed to hold support, as this was the case with my observation here. When price holds above and reverses of an intraday psychological level, then tends to break it down. So perfect resistance here. Let's see if it's going to retest Thursday's low or even go lower to 400s. You can see here on the 5 minutes, as I was saying earlier, if this will manage to break to the downside, then we have a Thursday's low retest here. We did retest it, broke it down hard. Let's see now if it's going to rebound and then goes down to 400s. I shorted here at 93s for the against 500s for the breakdown. It did happen nice and fast. So let's see if it will manage to go further downside to 400s. You can see here the part of my strategy. This is a measured move here of 87 points. So what I do is I measure the move for a potential exhaustion level for a reversal. Now moved 150% more than its average price, which its average price is this. So what happened is we kind of have an exhaustion candle here. So let's see now if this can go back up and retest 500s. So price smashed down to 400. Let's see how it will behave here and if it managed to hold it or if it's just going to reverse. So I bought here for a 400s breakout. Let's see how far can this go or if it's just going to collapse straight down. You can see here on the 5-minute chart the 100% price exhaustion level from its average price move. So it held support at 400. So let's see how much up can this go. So what does this kind of Fibonacci I'm using Fibonacci but not the technique of Fibonacci. I'm using average exhaustion move. So I measure a move according to the hour of the day, and this is its average price. So according to past session stats, this is the average move. Then this is 2 times the average move. So I would like to expect an exhaustion here of the initial move and then a reversal potentially. So let's see. Okay, so let's see how much down can this go. Look like it held resistance here. Let's see if it's gonna go down to 300s. Perfect resistance here at 400s, but let's see if this is going to happen or a continuation straight away now. Okay, so price retested its previous low, look like it held. Let's see how much will hold this 400s and if it's going to go up to 450s and then eventually up to 500s or if it's just gonna collapse straight down. Okay, so price held this kind of 400s retest here, support and then support to our pivot point. Let's see how it will behave here at 50s and then eventually up to 500s if it manages to go up there. So we have a failure here at 50s. Let's see if it manages to retest 400s and then bounce back up, or if we have a continuation to the downside and a new lower low. Let's see now if this support here at 400s will be able to hold the index up to 450s and then eventually up to 500s. But again, the more time price spends consolidating sideways after a sell-off, the higher the probability will go further downside. So let's see. Price sold off here to 400s and broke it down. Let's see now if it can go further downside. So very strong downtrend today. Failed here at yesterday's or Thursday's or Wednesday's lows and 450s. Let's see now if this kind of retest here a previous low will fail and then will go eventually down to 330s and then down to 300s, or this will be just a rally back above, which I would like to buy it at 400s. Price managed to hold previous low here so far and kind of bounce back. Let's see now if we will be able to break out 400s then go up to 50s and then eventually up to 500s. So price chopping around here with initially support here at previous low and low of the day. This 400s proved to be very good momentum long level. Let's see now if this can hold the index up to 450s and then a rebound up to 500s. So let's see now here, this into daily perspective. We had a huge collapse, 100 plus points to the down move, then kind of double bottom here. Here this level from previous month, then it broke out initially here from 400s, now broke out again with momentum. Let's see how it will behave at 50s, and this is last few days low as well. Let's see if it manages to break out to the upside. Let's see if it's going to rally up to 500s during the US session. If this doesn't happen, to have a new low, then it will probably go much further downside. So we'll see. So the index sold off here aggressively. Let's see how these levels will hold, and if they hold, and how long, and from the US Open and after. And then let's see if it manages to break down 300s, how further downside will go, or if it goes up to 400s, retested and hold resistance, and then we'll have a secondary leg to the downside. Big downside at the moment. Price almost immediately rallied from the US Cash Open. Let's see if it's going to be able to hold and break out from 400s and then break out of this kind of range at 450s. Another scenario is that they can find resistance here at 400s and then go further downside for a breakout of previous low than 300s or even lower. Okay, so price failed to hold above 280s. Let's see how it will behave at day's lows, and even if it goes lower from 300s. Euro dollar breaking to the upside 110. Let's see how SPY will behave here at 203s, and if DAX will manage to sell back down to 300s. Let's see now if we have a flash move to the downside below 300s. SPY testing 203s, euro dollar broke out, had 110 and is up to 120. Let's see how far down can DAX go. Okay, so 300 retested and held support so far, so about here. Let's see how far up can this go, or if it's just going to melt down back below. Okay, price held support so far here at 300s. To the tick precision, this could be a very good long opportunity against with a few ticks stop. So let's see how far up can this go, if it's going to retest US Cash Open price, or even if it's going higher to 400s. If price consolidates just sideways, then likely to go further downside. Very good upside from this support so far, 65 points. Let's see if the price will manage to go up to 400s. Euro dollar got hammered above 110 and now is below is 109.78. So that helped DAX, of course. So let's see how much up can this go. I would like to hold the position for a possible breakout of 400s. So price failed here at the US Cash Open price. I shorted here at 40s for the momentum breakout. Let's see if this will be able to hold the index back down to 300s or even lower. At the moment, every kind of rally is getting sold immediately. So let's see if the case is this now. Price consolidated sideways at the moment, held resistance here which I shorted. Let's see at the US session high. Let's see how far down can this go, if it's going to retest 300s. So one of the reasons I shorted here is because this is the average price move for the US session for the DAX index, and whenever it goes up above 80% of its average move, then tends to reverse. So that means that it could do this kind of range until it breaks it out to the upside or to the downside. So let's about some statistic measurements. This is a measure moved when price breaks down from the average of initial balance low or initial balance high and follows this direction. So this is the average price. Now we had one and a half times this average move. So this move 1.5 times and price held support. This is a way to measure over exhaustion levels. The same idea is here at the US session hour, that price consolidating now above between its 80 almost 90% of its average move. So with this way we can identify potential resistances according to statistics. For example, this you could short here against, let's say, 400 for a move down to the lows, let's say. So this kind of trading, of course, this is the average price because this is not a normal average day, this is a big downtrend. So then you can use the extension of the average move, like this 100% one time more or 1.5 times more, etc. So let's have a look for the whole day today. Price now held support at the US session at 300s. This was very initial sell-off, then rebound here, a good 70 plus points. Now kind of holding with higher lows and trying to break out 400s, let's say. Could be possible, could go possibly up to 450s, but then does it worth the risk reward? So let's focus on today. This was, as I was explaining earlier in the video, in the morning, this could be very good short, especially when it broke down this level and this level right here. Again, this is a downtrend, strong downtrend day, as it could be a strong uptrend day. In contrary, when you see steep moves like this, then watch for consolidation, major levels only. There are long opportunities, counter trending opportunities, but you need to be fast. So as you see here, we had initial leg lower, then in the middle of the day just consolidation sideways, and then further downside, and now we are kind of rallying back up, but this is not anything strong. If you've been long here, you could have finished your trade here at 400 or even higher, but again it's Friday, so let's see how this will play out. Euro dollar held resistance once more at 110 and selling off, so that will help definitely the index. Let's see if this will be possible to break out 400s, but this could be short closing positions, so it's not necessarily buying. So let's see how next week will go, be the biggest day of the year with the rate decision of the Federal Reserve. So thanks for watching.